Peter Clark was amazing. Peter Clark phoned the PFA, phoned me, tried to get other people on the phone to help me. And that help was there for me, but I just wasn't ready to accept it, if I'm totally honest with you, Matt. I went to AA, I went to counselling, but I wasn't there. I was going to justify myself to other people and to make out to other people that I was getting well. But at that point, I probably didn't think I had a problem, mate. I was continuing to mask everything that was wrong in my life with drink, and ultimately, the only time you're ever going to really get help is when you accept yourself, that you need it. And like it probably took me getting to the lowest point in my life, and I'm not ashamed to say it now. Like at the end of my drinking, I was suicidal. Do you know what I mean? I was, the last day that I drank, the day after. I was suicidal, and I sat on a motorway bridge for 2 hours and didn't do anything, probably because I was too much of a shit house to do so. But I can't really remember that period of time that I was up there, if I'm honest either. But by the time I'd come round and come back to my senses, so it took a lot of pain and a lot of it wasn't the people telling me to get help, it wasn't the counsellors, it wasn't my family, it wasn't my friends, it didn't matter what they said. Ultimately it was me getting to that point that
Can I ask what made you get to that point?
Yeah, probably just, I probably think the pain just got too much, to be honest. I can't really explain it, Matt. That morning I'd lost everything at that point, if I'm totally honest with you. My family had left me, my kids, my wife, even my dog. But yeah, and all the pain in that period of time, the football, anything else that's gone on in my life, everything. In the end of my drinking, all that pain was so prevalent. Like I was sat on that daily, and then I would drink back on it every day. I'd bury it again, and then the next day it'd be worse. And it just got to, like, anyone that's ever been through no man should ever go there. No man, no woman should ever go there. And I wish I got help sooner. I can wish a lot, can't I? But ultimately, that's my journey now. I have to just accept it for what it was, and I wouldn't. No matter, I caused a lot of pain for people around me, but I probably wouldn't change my pain, because I don't think I'd have ever got to where I am today and feel as good as I feel today. So yeah, no, it's tough to talk about, innit? But I do think there are people out there that struggle, that don't talk about it, because that was me for 20 years. I think football to some degree teaches you to wear a mask, and you have to go in and play the part and be the character, be the strong character, be the big guy in the dressing room, the big influential character in the dressing room, around the building, and then you have to go out on a Saturday and play that part tenfold. And I just think that becomes ingrained in you. So then anything that happens in your life, you just put it away and you go in and you play that part. And I'm sure other people in other walks of life wear masks and hide things from their employers and for whatever. But I think in the end, I couldn't wear the mask anymore. Do you know what I mean? I think that at the end of that drinking, I was just, the pain was too much to hide behind a mask, and that's how I ended up where I ended up. But the one thing I do know is the main thing that's helped me, and like I've had some fantastic help, don't get me wrong, and the Sporting Chance Clinics is a beautiful place, and amazing people, and the therapist I've worked with there, and I go to AA now. Like that's a big part of my life. But I ultimately, the one thing that has changed in me as I talk, like I actually talk to people now, and I get my feelings out, and it's powerful. So anyone, if I could give anyone any advice on it, and I don't know if I don't like to give anyone advice, but the one thing I do, I genuinely believe talking helps. So if anyone's ever struggling with anything, you should open up to people that are close to you, because I can guarantee you the people that are close to you want you to. And I know no matter how much pain I caused my wife and my kids and my family, my immediate family, I know for a fact they'd have rather me spoke to me over that period of time than I ended up where I ended up. So yeah, definitely.